Americans tend to think that it is, but I'm proof that that's wrong. Okay. So Americans think that it's the greatest country in the world because it's a country that provides you with freedom, civil liberties, and civil rights. And America was founded by people who were being oppressed, who felt that they needed a form of freedom, so that's what they did. They got freedom for themselves. And now they feel that they have the right to do that to other people, for other people as well. They feel obligated to be like a savior to everyone, but in reality, America is just causing more damage in places that they feel don't have freedom, or where citizens don't have civil liberties and civil rights. So I'm going to talk about communism and then Islam in the Middle East. So, like in the 1920s and 30s, and around that time, or like the 1930s, the United States had like the Red Scare, and then they felt that that communism and socialism was wrong, and then it went up to like into the 70s with like the Vietnam War and things like that. The United States felt that they were obligated to go and stop communism around the world and to spread democracy because that's the right thing to do. Democracy is the only right government, and that's the best government. And because Americans think that way, they think that, well, we know how to do things right, so I should go to this other country, a foreign country, where they don't have the same beliefs as me, and try to spread that because I'm doing them a favor and I'm helping them. When in reality, they're just hurting them. So, like, the United States is very different, and that's why a lot of people want to come here, because they do have guaranteed civil liberties, and they have the right that has been taken away from them in other countries. But the United States fails to realize that these countries have been going and surviving with their own form of government for so long, and the people are just used to it, and they adjusted their lives around that. So like in the Middle East, the because there is like the Islamic religion, it's really strong in a lot of these countries, and it's really strong, and then so there's certain rules that the people follow, and because of that, women tend to be oppressed, or at least that's what is seen by the by United States citizens. They feel that women are being oppressed, and they deserve more. And while that's true, it's not our place to go and try to change things where they already are accustomed to it. And a lot of the women there and other people there, they know how life is, and they'll go with it because they're used to it. And it's not saying that it's right, but it is saying that they don't need our help. If they're not asking for it, the United States shouldn't feel like that. They have to go and start a war in order to, quote unquote, give them this liberty, when in reality it was all for oil. And then it's like the United States does this often, where they try to go into different countries and spread democracy, but that's not always the right thing to do, because they're actually harming more people than they're actually helping. So in Fahrenheit 9/11, there was a soldier, and he had gone to, this was at the beginning of, he had enrolled into the army after 9/11 happened, and then he stated that when he went out there, he realized that he wasn't doing anything for anyone, and that they were doing more harm than helping. And he felt that he saw his own community in these countries, because although they're different, they were just children and women and families, and not everyone had the same extremist views as the terrorists of 9/11. And so he decided to come back after his 2 years were done, and he said that he didn't want the war to continue. And like a lot of the soldiers that were there were just saying, well, all we're trying to do is help them, because of this idea that they think that America is how everything should be, how the world should be. But in reality, there isn't a difference in in the world, then it's not going to work because they're trying to give them what they believe is perfect and what they believe is the best. But in these countries that they're going into, they feel like what they have is already good enough, and they're not asking for more. And then there's also a woman. They had bombed her house in her neighborhood, and then her husband died, and they were a normal family, and all they feel is that they're fearing Americans instead of seeing them as someone that's there to help them because of the fact that, so they're fearing them, and so like they see Americans as the enemy, and that's why that's why they fight back, because they don't see them as someone who's there to help them. So the solution that I think should happen is, instead of starting wars or going into countries and trying to be so aggressive about it, because America has the largest army in the world, but they don't need to have that large of an army. It's not like someone's going to come and attack America and then there's going to be a whole bunch of wars, because only Canada and Mexico are close to it, so where they can actually do that. So I feel like instead of trying to come at other countries aggressively and try to push their morals on others, they should try to help them live with the morals that they already have, but just show them how there's more opportunities and how they should give you, not because it's impossible to change someone's mind right away. Like, they can't expect this to be done in like 3 years or 5 years even, but they need to show them that you can follow your religion, or you can give people equality, but you don't have to be so like aggressive about it either, because America is being aggressive, but America feels like these other countries are being aggressive as well with their policies. So it's just they have to come to like an agreement and a median where they can both have what they want and spread democracy, or not, or like let them have what they have, but show them that there should be more of an equality for the people.
Thank you, Cristina.